All right, so this is something I started. I just wanted to go over a few little simple things, like um, you could see here that you could see my brush settings over here, and these are some a bunch of things that are covered in the video that the previous video. Um, but I've made this video because I felt like it was maybe a little bit easier for you to get. Your center button on your mouse should have a center button, and that's what I use to kind of do like mine has a wheel on it, so I kind of zoom in and zoom out, and then I can hold that button down and just kind of navigate the thing. Now, this is something I just started. Obviously, you could see that there's some real. I started with that same little sphere that you start with when you start a new file. Right now, I have it on negative, so I'm like doing like a reduction process, like a subtractive process here with the kind of making a clean on or something. Um, but you can go ahead and switch that, and you're going to be left clicking, and I have it on the X symmetry setting. And that's also covered when we go into this setting. Um, how you can go down to the symmetry function and select either X, Y, or Z, or all three of them. I prefer to just sculpt in the X way first. It's just easier for me to get a good shape and to figure out what I'm doing first. Um, I like this function, and I think it's easy to start with. What I want you to do today, and over, I guess, winter break, is to try to create a a image or a face, and it doesn't matter what it is. It could be a self portrait. Um, and after winter break, we are going to have a class, and so with that one class, I'm going to issue you a STL scanning program that has nothing to do with this particular project that I'm giving you now. But what it does allow you to do is to look at to do that the video that's also in that playlist that is like a STL scan of your face. So where you can actually model a lot of this using photogrammetry. But as you can see here, I'm just using the draw tool for this. It's the easiest one. I would recommend doing that. Just to go over a few things, when you start, I want you to go to new, and then instead of going to general like we did when we were placing shapes, go to sculpt. I'm going to save this just because I'm playing with it. And then you'll see here that I don't have a matte map. Like I don't have a matte color on this, and my typo, my situation's already on here for. I'm gonna go to that matte cap and change it right quick. I'm gonna change it back to that just because I like that color. You can go back up here and change, double click, click this arrow and go back to your matte cap and change it to whatever cap you want. If you want it to be a brown, that's cool. Just remember that the radius of your tool, I think my ideal one was like, let me just type it in. It was like 145, I felt like was good for like sculpting. And then my strength, it allowed me to kind of like shape the head easier. And you can see here how I'm just like building it really quickly. I'm building like a shape. Um, it might be the best thing for you to do if you're doing like a self portrait or want to create like a creature, to kind of go to that 145 point, and then just kind of sculpt here. And as I said earlier, I'm using that middle. I use the middle click to go ahead and move the object around so I can kind of shape the head around. And obviously this strength deal here, if I increase that, you will see that I'm going to turn it one way and I'm going to do a left click again. You can see how fast you can create a body or something, a shape here for your face. So you can see how fast that morphed and changed. And remember, you can go back and select the subtract tool. I can go and subtract here and kind of shape better. Go back. And it's going to do, even though you're not seeing it on this side, it's going to do that on the other side identical. And that's what's kind of cool, is that you could do that. And this is just the basic stuff here. This is not like, I'm not really, I'm going to change that there. And so you can see kind of what's happening here. You can see the kind of these pixels start to develop. And you can go and remesh that like we talked about before. In that first video they cover remeshing. That's something I'm not really worried about you to worry about this second. I really want you to focus on I'm gonna kind of lower that strength. I want you to focus on making your shapes and developing something that looks more like a humanoid, and just kind of playing with that. So without any more kind of like instruction, really, this is what I want you to play with. And if you played the last class, with your if you used the last class period well, because I kind of gave y'all a class off. If you use the class off to play with Blender, this will help you be able to, let me see if I can change this a little bit. I don't want to make some like weird ear things here. This will help you be able to create more of a piece. And I think this is easier than trying to mess with some of the other functions on this program right this second. This is a highly creative program. The sculpt mode on here is not, the best thing since sliced bread, but it's actually pretty intuitive, and I think you're going to like it a lot. And I think you should play with it. Also, you can see if we go back to that, let's see if I can, I'm on scene now. You want to make sure you go back to the toolbar. I can go back here and change this too. So if I click that, you will see that I can change the points on that. So these like basically geometric shapes will be able to change. I would just leave it alone for the first. Oh, sorry, Zyla is throwing yogurt over here. But that's pretty much it, y'all. So just go ahead and play with that.